All right, everyone, welcome back. So let me ask you, have you ever gotten like one of those texts? You know, the ones where it's just cryptic, not asking about your day, just dot weird.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, well, that was me just the other day. Got a text, just said WTW. I know, right? Like what? So today we're going to break it all down. We're doing a deep dive on, you guessed it, WTW. Got some interesting stuff from the web. Going to see what this all means for, how we're all talking to each other these days.
It's fascinating how these things pop up, isn't it?
Totally. Okay, so first things first, got to decode this thing. What does WTW even stand for? Most common meaning, what's the word?
Makes sense. Familiar.
Right, like, hey, what's the word on that new restaurant? Our source even gave this example. Hey, WTW, haven't heard from you in a while. Short, sweet, gets the point across.
Very efficient.
Yeah.
And that casual tone, it's everywhere online.
For sure. But here's the thing, WTW, it's not always that straightforward. It can actually have, like, different shades of meaning.
Oh, absolutely. This is where context becomes key, the beauty of language, right? It's never just about the words themselves.
Okay, so spill the tea. What else could WTW mean?
Well, hold on to your hats, because it can also mean, what's the wave? Now, before you picture surfers, this wave is all about the social scene, the vibe.
Oh, I see. Like, what's happening? What's everyone up to?
Exactly. It's about being in the know, catching the wave of what's cool and current. Our source used this example, WTW tonight. Any plans? It's a subtle way of saying, hey, are we doing something fun? Fill me in.
Right. So it's more than just asking for plans. It's tapping into that shared understanding. Very cool.
Precisely. Language evolves so quickly online, it's fascinating how these nuances develop.
And get this, there's another layer to WTW. Apparently, it can also mean, what's the way? Like asking for directions.
That one's less common, I'd say. But it just goes to show how adaptable language is, particularly online.
It really does. Though I'll admit that last one threw me for a loop. But okay, so with all these potential meanings, how do we make sure we're using WTW correctly?
Like I said before, context is everything. The tone of the conversation, previous messages, your relationship with the person texting, it all factors in.
It's like those inside jokes,
Yeah.
Wouldn't be funny without that shared history. And in a way, using these online slang terms, it's kind of like that, creating a sense of belonging.
Definitely. It creates a sense of community.
So to use WTW like a pro,
Right.
any tips?
Keep it casual. Think texting friends, starting conversations, making plans.
Our source gave a great example. Something like WTW, up for grabbing coffee. Casual, to the point.
Perfect. It just conveys that easygoing, friendly vibe.
Makes you wonder, though, all this slang we're throwing around, how much of it will actually stick around,
It really does. Language is constantly evolving. So I'm curious, what other examples of online slang have you come across lately? And how do you think all this digital communication is shaping how we speak and write? What does it say about us? Think about it and let us know. We're always up for a good conversation.